psychology in my YouTube channel, and today we will be discussing about science of habits, discipline, how to stay disciplined, and how high achievers and athletes are achieving their goals, and what helps them to stay disciplined, and how we can use these strategies in our daily life to help us to succeed, to be more disciplined. And today we will be considering insights about science of most elite athletes in American sport, players of NBA, NFL, and Olympic programs that have mastered systems and science to produce consistency and elite level performance over 10, 15, and 12 years careers. And the most disciplined athletes in American professional sports are not the ones who are waking up at 5 o'clock. They are the ones who have found and adjusted strategies and designed their environments and found what works for them. And they have structured their behavioral architecture so that willpower is the last result, not the first. And for instance, LeBron James, the most physically prepared professional athlete in American sport, he's famous for his sleep investment. He reportedly sleeps from 10 to 12 hours per day, and he employs a sleep coach, maintains a precise sleep schedule, and has publicly stated that sleep is the most important aspect of his recovery and performance. And he spends approximately $1.5 million annually on body maintenance, and with sleep quality as a central component. And it's not about exceptional, and he is not exceptional among elite NBA players. Some other successful people such as Russell Westbrook, Stephen Curry, and Roger Federer, who also reportedly sleep about 11-12 hours during tournament periods and report similar sleep investments. And science behind it is that Matthew Walker's research at Berkeley University shows that basketball shooting accuracy improved by 9% after adequate sleep compared to sleep-deprived conditions. And sprint times improved, reaction time improved, and injury rates, perhaps most critically important for career longevity, declined significantly with adequate sleep. So what does it tell for us? It tells that according to research and psychology, sleep is extremely important if you want to have a better mental health, if you want to better focus, if you want to succeed. Therefore, taking care of your sleep time, not depriving yourself of sleep, and trying to increase your sleep productivity, sleep quality is one of factors that you can play with if you want to be disciplined, if you want to be healthy. And Tom Brady's 23 years of NFL career found that playing at an elite level until 44, while all other his friends played their mid to late 30s, he is one of extraordinary sustained athletic achievements in American sports. And he developed trainer Alex Gurrius incorporate several principles that he used using sports science and performance psychology. And according to his protocol, he was using soft tissue flexibility and injury prevention rather than pure strength training. And he has eliminated certain foods from his dietary at all. For instance, he stopped using sugar, nightshades during the season. And this has helped him to improve his productivity and performance considerably. Therefore, taking care of what you eat, what you consume, and playing with these factors related with diet is the second factor that you can use if you want to be more focused, more successful, more disciplined. And the third one is, again, there were a lot of athletes and high achievers who were paying attention to their sleep extremely. For instance, and according to another research that was conducted for 5 and 7 weeks, with the athletes have produced 9% improvement in shooting accuracy, in three-point shooting, faster sprint times, and significantly improved reaction time compared to players' baseline sleep conditions. And also being able to stay focused on the process rather than always being focused on the main goal was another strategy that was used by a lot of athletes. For instance, Seattle Seahawks work with performance coach Michael Surveys is perhaps the most publicly documented example. He introduced mindfulness, meditation, visualization protocols, and process-focused performance psychology into his performance, and uh, he was able to work and succeed according to late ages. So searching and finding strategies that would work for you, helping you to stay process focused and trying to do the most of what you can with the time that you have, and uh, focusing on the present moment and what can be done right now, and adjusting your sleep routines, paying attention to your sleep quality, trying to increase your sleep quality, and paying attention to what you are eating are certain factors that helped the high achievers and athletes to succeed. And behavioral science behind athlete discipline, and maybe you have some biases or different thoughts about mental health and mental support in your culture that are very prevalent. And in some cultures, it's assumed if a person is receiving mental health support or mental coaching support, this is assumed as a sign of weakness. However, from the research and data, we see that even very famous people and athletes, high achievers, all of them, they are using mental health supports, mental health coaches that are helping them to design their environments, for instance, accordingly to help them to succeed. And a lot of athletes and high achievers are making their environments, designing their environments in a way that helps them to stay disciplined, and paying attention to social accountability, for instance, systematic habit architecture. For instance, Wendy Wood's research on context and habit, which showed that approximately 43% of daily behaviors are performed habitually in the same context, explains why athletes invest so heavily on training, facility design, team environment, and practice schedule consistency. So if we try to use these strategies for your daily life, asking yourself, for instance, which environments, which people, what habits help you to perform better, to be more disciplined, and what are certain routines you can change, places, environments, people, you can adjust your environment to help you to stay disciplined. Sometimes spending time with people who have similar ideas, similar struggles, or similar goals can help to trigger preparation behaviors, or using certain relaxation strategies or any other strategies that help you to perform better, to sleep better, to eat better, and to achieve your goals are some ways of using the sports psychology, behavioral science to help you to succeed and to stay more disciplined. And asking yourself, instead of, if you notice that you are telling yourself, why I'm not so undisciplined, asking how my physical and digital environment currently conspiring against my peace and focus, and what are environmental barriers can I remove, and which environments, which people, which strategies, ideas can help me to perform better, are certain questions you can start asking yourself to find what might work for you, and how you can use this science to perform better. And many successful athletes and high achievers are having pre-game routines, and that are helping them to relax, to feel calmer. For instance, Russell Westbrook's documented pre-game routine involves specific music, specific timing, specific physical movements that became as a ritual that reduces pre-performance uncertainty and helps to find optimal arousal state and creates a reliable behavior bridge from preparation to execution. So finding certain strategies and activities that help you to reduce the levels of stress, to feel calm, because if you are using certain behavior or strategy, your brain starts to see it as a habit, and this decreases stress levels, this decreases uncertainty, and having a certain habit before starting your performance would help you to decrease resistance and to perform with more confidence, to perform calmer, and to prepare you for performance. So when anxiety rises before a big presentation or difficult conversation performance, how do you treat your nervous system? Can you design a compassionate 2-minute transition, for instance, using certain strategies that would tell your body that we are prepared, we are grounded, and we are safe right now, and how you are interpreting anxiety or worries that you might have before performance. According to research, the successful athletes were able to interpret and to see anxiety as something exciting, as something preparing them for uh, preparing them to perform. So noticing these thoughts, feelings that you might have before performance are other strategies that successful athletes and high achievers are using. And identity-based performance. According to many research, it was found that if you are seeing your performance as something that you have to do, that you are forced to do, this creates more tension and stress, and this might be the reason why you are procrastinating. Like noticing feelings that you have before procrastinating and that hold you back, and accepting them, understanding your feelings, and uh, developing a new relationship with these thoughts or feelings can also work. For instance, if you see any resistance or procrastination in certain things that you are trying to do, try to notice thoughts and feelings that you have just before trying to do it. And oftentimes, people notice that if they feel forced to do something, this might create resistance. So, reminding yourself about your why, your motivation, why this work is important for you, why this performance is important for you, what are some things that you love about this job, that you like about this job, what help you to create, to increase your autonomy, and reminding yourself that you are choosing to perform, and reminding yourself about your why, about importance of this work, and who do you want to be while you are performing this, while you are doing this performance, are certain strategies that might help you to decrease performance anxiety and to increase your motivation and discipline. And research on process versus outcome goals is consistent across sport psychology literature. Elite performance in American sport consistently demonstrates more process-oriented thinking during competition than sub-elite performance. So they win the Super Bowl is an outcome goal, for instance, motivating in the off-season. However, it's counterproductive during the game, and not focusing on the next step that you can take and giving your full attention to each step is another strategy that high achievers and elite athletes are using in order to succeed and to stay disciplined. For instance, Nick Saban's Alabama program, the most successful football program in American history, is built explicitly on process philosophy. His famous thoughts: don't think about winning the SEC championship, don't think about national championship, think about what you need to do right now in this play, in this moment, is one of motivational speeches, thoughts that is applied sports psychology informed by Kingston and Hardy's research on goal types and performance. So for instance, we can use this philosophy and wisdom to succeed and to apply it into our daily struggles, or if we are trying to succeed and to stay disciplined. Because most of time we are spending time and efforts and energy worrying about how we will perform, and we could use this precious time and energy to create, to try and to do our best. And that's actually the key of success of a lot of high achievers and athlete performers. So what we have discussed so far is that paying attention to your sleep, to your diet, to your eating habits, trying to be physically active, using certain strategies, routines to help you to relax before performance, noticing and maybe writing down your thoughts and feelings that are contributing to procrastination, and using certain relaxation strategies that help you to decrease uncertainty and anxiety about performance are several strategies that high achievers and athletes are using in their daily life, and that helps them to perform better, to succeed, and to play for longer periods of times. And also focusing on the present moment, using different strategies that help them to stay focused on the process rather than thinking about long-term goals, because this might feel overwhelming, and dividing your routines, your goals into smaller tasks, and combining them with the activities that you enjoy, that you're really interested in, and reminding yourself about your why at times when you want to procrastinate or when your motivation decreases, reminding about why you started this work, why is it important for you, and reminding yourself that you are the one who is choosing to do this work, because this increases your autonomy and would decrease the feelings of overwhelm, would decrease resistance or procrastination habits. Are certain strategies that we can apply to our daily life to succeed, and also changing your routines and adjusting your environmental design and using certain behavioral strategies to help you to create habits and to develop new habits are some strategies that I tried to share today from sports psychology and from different approaches from psychology. If you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Take good care of yourself and see you in the next videos again.